All right. Now, before I begin, don't forget to smash those likes on TikTok, me on YouTube, and smash those likes on YouTube. And what I meant to say, and also on TikTok, and all that good stuff. I know. For some reason, I keep messing that up, but you get the point. All right. Now, let's get into this situational subject. As you see above you is a list of top 50 offensive line coaches in college football. You wonder why I'm bringing this up? Well, let's just say the Eagles have had a has dipped into the college level on several occasions in the several years that Nick Saban has been coach. They have been brought. They've been bringing different offensive coaches or defensive coaches to the college from college to the NFL to be on their staff. Well, why not stop now? We need offensive line coach, and these top 50, I think the Eagles need to pick three or four of them to interview to see who the offensive line coach of the future can be. Because when Jeff Stoutland came from from the college level to the pros, he stepped right in as offensive line coach. And then later on in the years of NFL with the Eagles gave him the run game title. So he been run game title for I think like 7 or 8 years, and then from that point on he been the offensive line coach. That's what he been. He came when the Eagles organized a new coaching staff for Chip Kelly, who had been out of the NFL for quite some time, but had stepped back into the NFL recently, only to get fired again by the Oakland Raiders, by the Las Vegas Raiders. Now he's at the college level back again, but Jeff Stoutland has been the mainstay from that Chip Kelly's coaching staff for years, and he has survived three different coaches, which from Chip Kelly to Doug Peterson, from Doug Peterson to Nick Sirianni. So he had been to three different coaching changes in 13 years he's been with the Philadelphia Eagles, or 13 years in the NFL. Now, the Eagles have also said that they're going to keep him in the offensive capacity of the coaching staff. He would not have anything to do with the players. He's just going to serve out his remaining year or two under contract with the Eagles. Because the Eagles signed him to a long-term deal back here a while back, and so he had to serve at the Eagles. I think it's a couple of years, I believe, maybe two, maybe one. I'm not exactly sure on that, but I know he has a year or two remain on the contract. That's why he has not been um, he's been fired. He just ain't been released from the contract. So, but anyway, the reason why I'm bringing him up because, like I said, the Eagles need to figure out who the offensive line coach is going to be. Because see, you got Lane Dickerson who contemplating retirement from the injuries, from the college level to the pros, and you got Lane Dickerson. I mean, you got Lane Johnson, who have been injured all of last season that passed, and to have a Liz Frank foot injury that I think he going like 6 weeks from the with that injury, but only to come back in the playoffs. And when he came back to play, he didn't play at all. So he was known as they call it he never went on IR, but the Eagles kept him out once and for all. So he never was able to play none of the last and final games of the season, including the playoffs. So now everybody's going on the quiet front. Everybody's quiet now. You don't hard hit anything from anybody, which is good because everybody need a peace because of this frantic, horrible offense the Eagles experienced from week one to the end of the year to the playoffs and got kicked out by the 49ers. What was it, 20? What was it, 23-19? I think that's what the score was. 23, I think that's what the score was. But we got booted. And Jeffrey Lurie and Harry Roseman decided it was time for a big change. So now the Eagles are going through an offensive overhaul. They are letting players go. I mean, they letting coaches go, and Jeff Stoutland was the main one off the coaching staff to get booted. And then Vic Fangio was about to call it a career, as well because of this frantic, terrible offense. And when your defense climb from 20 to top 5, and you ain't got no offense to help produce for the defense, you're gonna lose every time. And that's what happened to the Eagles all season. The Eagles been horrible in third down situations. They get in second and long, third and long, and then they get third and short. They can't capitalize. So that's what's been playing the Eagle all season, it ain't just the defense. Didn't do the defense ain't had nothing to do with it. It's been all the offensive struggles. Started with the offensive line being banked up, injuries, players being in out of the lineup. So you're mismatching players that ain't gonna be being on the line only to get hurt. And so that is what, and this is what the Eagles. A lot of people believe the Eagles are going to use their first, second, third round picks to pick offensive players, and rightfully so. So a lot of this situation is self-made. Nick Sirianni had his hands in it, which he should never have, but he did. And then they fired Kevin Patullo, and when they fired him, now they got Sean Mayer, who's all the way from Green Bay, and he bringing a new system, which is supposed to be the Sean McVay style of offense, which is going to be good. And some of the coaching that was on the team should not have left, but the Eagles felt that Jeff thought we're going to have a difficult time adjusting to the new offense. So that's why they decided to let him go from his duties. So, like I said, this is a big list of offensive coaches, top 50 overall. They dipped in the college level, like I mentioned earlier in the video. They dipped in the college level to do the 5 or 6 years that Nick Sirianni has been coach. They've been bringing coaches from the pro, from the college level, on offense, defense. After coaches to leave, they dip into the college level and they bring coaches up to take the place of the players of the coach that get promoted. So that's the situation with that. Also, I don't see them not doing this. I do see them going to the college level, bringing in some offensive line coaches that they go interview, and that's a whole list of names. But like I said, 50. I can sit up and call. I'll be all day calling these coaches' names, and I'm not going to, because it'll take up most of the things that I have to say. But you can see this list yourself. It's a big list. But what I want to know is which of these guys you think the Eagles have a good shot at hiring for the new offensive line coach. I can still put in names from Sherrone Moore on down to Kyle Devan from Charlotte. But Sherrone Moore, he's an offensive line coach. He may be far the best who can bring from the college level to the pro, because he may be the only one that is well adjusted for the college for the NFL, because I think Sherrone Moore with him once before at the pro level. I'm not exactly sure on that. I'm speaking out of my terms. I really don't know. But it is a strong possibility that Sherrone Moore might get a stronger look at if the Eagles decide to bring him to the NFL. So we'll see what happens there. But like I said, Sherrone Moore has had a history at the college level, so he might not even get a look at. But it's a long list, family. Long list. Like I said, let me know which one you think the Eagles have a good chance of bringing in. After they're going to interview, if they do go to the college level, they're going to interview at least 5 or 6 players to see five or 6 coaches who have a good chance of potential to move from the college to the pros. We don't know. So let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe. Please smash the likes on YouTube and smash the hearts on TikTok, and let me know what you think. This is D-Rock, the Universal Argonaut, and all that good stuff. Peace out. One love.